Okay, so welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's Career Talks for Compensation and Classification. My name is Lisa Fletas, and I am one of the compensation analysts in Campus HR.
My name is Rowena Burciaga, one of the compensation analysts for health sciences.
Okay, and so the compensation team in human resources is responsible for developing, maintaining, and administering the various pay and incentive programs for UC Irvine. So as the compensation analyst for Campus HR, I primarily provide consultating services to the central HRBPs and our decentralized partners regarding compensation, classification, and other ancillary pay issues. So here is a list of our functional areas and responsibilities, which include job classification, salary structures, salary budget planning, labor market salary data and market pricing of jobs, incentives, equity reviews, stipends, job evaluations, classification request, and salary offer. So what does a typical day look like for a compensation analyst? Well, a typical day varies, and most of the times our priorities do shift. But on an average day, we would conduct job evaluations and job description reviews for represented and non-represented staff. We prepare analysis and communication to support our recommendations and decisions. We consult with our HR partners and managers on the interpretation of compensation policies, procedures, and labor agreement. We conduct equity analysis, make recommendations to campus management, and review offers for new hires. And so here is a quick overview of our org structure. I, Lisa, work in Campus HR, and I share this role with Petra Kuros. The clients are split between us, where I have half of the campus and she has the other half. And so on our campus HR comprises Pamela James, she's the executive director, and then Lenny Murphy is the director for the HRBPs, and underneath her is the comp analyst along with the HRBPs. And that is myself and Petra.
And for the Medical Center and Health Sciences, the executive director is Michelle Quint. Director of Client Services is Dale Cole, who oversees the compensation group. Medical Center is Deborah Haley, the compensation analyst. For Health Sciences, myself and Chris Crilly, the other compensation analyst. So how do we do our job on a daily basis? So our job consists of a lot of conducting analysis that requires knowing and doing your work on Excel. So a lot of Excel. We use Excel to conduct diverse analysis, track requests, and prepare reports. I can say that being a comp analyst, it requires advanced data analytics skill set, advanced Excel skills, and ability to work with complex data sets for large-scale analysis, projects, and programs. Be able to research information and analyze complex data to arrive at valid conclusion, recommendation, and plan of action. Written and verbal communication by email, phone, and Zoom. Providing consultation to our HRBPs, managers, supervisors, and employees. We respond to ad hoc requests for data service or analysis, typically in compensation or classification, but may also extend to more general HR issues. Ability to be unbiased. Forming a relationship with our clients to understand their needs, being able to understand the business units and other areas of HR, organizational and time management skills to help prioritize work assignments and meet deadlines. So what experiences help us be successful in doing our job every day? Knowledge of higher education, ability to interpret and apply UC policies and procedure, as well as collective bargaining agreements, general HR knowledge and experience, working knowledge of computer software, including Microsoft Office, database management, HRIS systems, and electronic mail.
So we thought we'd take some time to share with you all how we got started in compensation. And so I started my HR career in higher education, working for the CSU. And I started out as a temporary employee working front desk for the HR department, responding to general inquiries and conducting administrative functions for the department. And then I was hired into the role permanently and my job evolved and I began to assist the HR analyst with the leave of absence, correspondence and tracking, and also assisted with onboarding of our temporary hires. And this is where I became involved in learning to interpret policy, as I had to learn to interpret the parameters of leaves and temporary hires for the various collective bargaining agreements. And so I continued to work my way up in the department, taking on various projects and assignments. And then there was one fine day when I was approached by my soon-to-be manager, and she was looking to fill a lower level classification compensation position and thought I'd be a good fit because I had learned CBAs and I already had formed relationships with our campus constituents. And so I applied and I was hired and I started as a comp specialist and I learned the fundamentals of compensation and classification. And that's how I eventually became a compensation analyst.
And for myself, my HR career started 21 years ago at UCLA as a front desk receptionist for the campus HR Employment Services Department. That position quickly evolved into directly supporting 4 senior recruiters and HR director by overseeing the production of job opportunities, hosting job fairs, managing and training clients with their applicant tracking system, and supervising front and back office activities. After 15 years with UCLA, I transferred to UCI as a data analyst and assisting with some compensation duties to now being one of the compensation subject matter expert for health sciences.
So does anybody have any questions?
Okay. Lisa and Rowena, what would you say are like the bulk of what you get as far as requests? Like, I'm sure it varies, but what takes up the most of your time?
Sure, I'll go first. So I think right now it's kind of split down the middle. We are doing both classification reviews of job descriptions, as well as right now, given the climate of this great resignation, we're doing a lot of equities to make sure that we're maintaining fair pay and equitable pay and being competitive. So I think it's 50-50. We get a lot of ad hoc stuff too that come on our desk. So while we can have a running list of things we need to get through for the day, most likely we're not going to cross off everything. We'll probably get 1, maybe 2 if we're really lucky, of the stuff off of our desk.
For me, right now would be salary offers is probably just constantly coming in my email. We just have so many job openings and trying to fill those, with candidates. So yeah, I think salary offers is probably the one thing I do all day long right now. Yeah.
That's very true. I agree. Salary offers are coming in a lot right now too.
Thank
What
you.
do you guys enjoy most about your job?
What I just like being a part of working. I really like working for higher education, and I like compensation because it's a lot of data driven stuff. So the data really was what paints the story. And so like we mentioned, we have to be unbiased and we have to not look at the person, but look at what the data says. And that's what I like, is that everything can be backed by data.
I agree. Data, I'm a data person. I've always been a data person since I can remember. I mean, it's just me to get on Excel and do, formulas or create a database through Access. So That's what I enjoy. I enjoy, pulling reports and making dashboards. I don't know. But yeah, I do like the data part of my job.
Yeah, and I also like working with the team. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, our team is great, and they're very supportive. And when we go to them and we say, you know, here's the data, here we can support, or no, we can't support, it's always okay. You know, but here's how we do it, and here's how we not, and going forward. So, I think it's everything collectively.
Very good.
Thank you. Any other questions? No?
Well, Rowena, I'll ask you a question.
Okay,
What do you find challenging about your job?
that's a good question. I think, like I said, conducting, while, ideal majority of my time at work is doing salary analysis and making offers, it does become a little challenging for me at times. The market's so competitive, and we of course want to stand out and make an offer that's enticing, for the applicant or for the candidate. But we also want to be careful not to create, equity issues in our enterprise. So constantly looking at, the numbers, but also, making a good recommendation for the candidate to accept the job so we can fill it. That's what I find most challenging right now.
I bet on my end, I'm a recruiter with TES. And so I'll have times where departments are looking for such and such experience. And then I find them someone, but it's a little bit more than, than what somebody who's been on their team for so long has been. And that, it's a struggle because it's like, well, gosh, you're wanting all of this. Well, they have it. And for me, what they're requesting is more than fair. But then it comes into, they're like, yes, but that could cause troubles on our side. And I know that there's so much involved in it. But sometimes I feel like, well, take this person, share them to shame, maybe internally we should be a little bit more competitive and almost even have more, of that fair pay going on.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, we get that. We work, really close with our recruiters, so we hear it. We get that all the time, and I don't.
Yeah, I would like to share that what I find challenging is having to say no. We have these requests because, like Rowena said, we want, to be competitive and we want to attract. But again, when we're looking at just what do the numbers say, it doesn't make sense to do X, Y, Z when, ABC is what's going on. And so I think that is probably the most challenging thing, is having to go back and say, oh, I can't support this, because I don't want to make anybody sad, or I love giving money, but it's not my money to give. So any other questions, or?
Who's ready to be a compensation analyst? Okay.
I couldn't do it. Like I said, I'm the one who's fighting for more. I'm like the voice and advocate of like, but look at this experience.
Oh, Selena said not. It's too hard. No. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, it's not something you definitely go into HR and if you have a list of HR departments in your face and you're like, yeah, I think compensation is the department I want to work for. Definitely not. I mean, it's just kind of land on it. I think with Lisa and I would kind of both land on a compensation, right? Recruitment and data all hand in hand equals compensation. To me, that's how it looks like. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely didn't go into HR thinking I was going to end up in comp. I thought I was going to end up like in labor or doing something. I started off working in the leave of absences. So I thought that's where my career progressed. And I feel like things happen for a reason because I love comp and I'm so glad that I ended up here. But yeah, I don't know if it's something that you go into saying, I want to grow up to be a compensation analyst.
I thought I was going to, leave the UC with just recruitment, just me and recruitment. That's where I started. That's why I stayed for the longest, time in UCLA, and I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, I don't. I think I enjoy compensation. It's just like I said, the data part really is me. More me, more my background, what I'm good at.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Lisa or Rowena, and obviously Lisa, I'm familiar with your position because I helped recruit for that one. But I think one of the things that I had to learn was we have two kind of areas of compensation. So there's, on campus, we've got Don McKinley's area of compensation, and then Lenny's team that she oversees. So maybe you could talk a little bit about kind of the differences between those two teams, what they handle in comp.
Yeah. So
a little unique too.
yeah, with the compensation HR, I believe with health sciences as well, we're more client facing. So we are the comp SMEs that our local decentralized HRBPs are going to come to for recommendations to help them manage through their comp issues or anything related to comp and salary actions. Basically, they're going to stop with us along with our HRBP partners, senior HRB partners, which is Lena and Blanche, which I believe they're on next call. And we're going to be the ones to have that interaction. And Don McKinley's team, we work very closely with them. And so we go to them for the complex things where we need some guidance because they are the overarching team. So they are the ones that are strategy. They're the ones that are going to, like career tracks. That's Dawn's baby. So, that's what she says, here's what we're going to do. And then we roll it out kind of thing. But I would say our role is just basically being that front client facing comp SME. I don't know if it's different in health. So Rowena.
No, that's all. You hit that perfect. But also Dawn is she participate in the UC-wide compensation calls every week. So anything that comes out of that, and that's all compensation analysts and managers that's on that call. So she shares anything that comes out of that meeting with us. So she's our contact for the UC as a whole. Thank you. That was a really good question.
Oh my goodness. Well, if there's no more questions, then we'll give you guys some time back. Thank you for joining us. And, if you ever want to become a comp analyst, reach out. We're taking names.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.